There's a lot of stigma in different cultures just taking money from, let's say, Americans, or since we're using Filipino and American. So there's a lot of stigma about, everyone just wanting money. And
hey guys, welcome back. It's me again, Jessa and Travis.
Hindi tayo doon Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm just trying to get this camera, here we go. All right, so thank you for coming back. Today is gonna be a video I think everyone might be a little interested in, and that's finance. And that's finance with Jessa. All right, so some of the topics we're gonna cover are gonna be, does Jessa ask me for money? Do I give her money? Does Jessa give me money? Do I ask Jessa for money? How was our finances living together in Bahrain and even in Japan? And I'm gonna go over some of that stuff with you because I think, topic of money is always pretty interesting, right? Especially when it comes to interracial couples. Our money's very different. It's worth different. There's a big difference when it comes to American money and, Philippine pesos, or even Bahraini dinar versus American money to Philippine pesos, okay? So let's start with, does Jessa ask me for money? And the answer to that is, heck no. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, if I even try to give her money, she fights with me about it. Like, it's like a full out fight, like a huge argument. I'm not taking your money. I'm not taking your money. I don't need your money. I don't want your money, and I can pay for it myself. Those are those excuses that Jessa tells me. And I respect that. And I think that she's very independent, and I think that's a good thing. And but there is a caveat to being independent. When someone is just trying to help because they know the burden is a heavy burden, you can say, no, I don't want your money. But if I persistently tell you, hey, come on, let me help you. I know the cab is expensive. Please just let me help you pay for it because I feel bad about it. Take the money. Jessa is very reluctant to take money from me, and I understand why. Because, like we had talked about before, there's a lot of stigma in different cultures just taking money from, let's say, Americans, or since we're using Filipino and American. So there's a lot of stigma about, everyone just wanting money, and she has made it abundantly clear that she wants nothing to do with my money. Not that I'm a rich guy, right? I'm not rich at all. I work for the Navy, not rich at all. Just so you know, we don't make that great of money for how much work we put in. But I am very blessed to have a job. But so when it came to, Jessa asking for money, absolutely not. Even when we would share the cost in Bahrain to buy food. Like, I would buy chicken and I would buy different stuff from base. But to be honest, pretty sure Jessa bought everything, all of our food, pretty much all the time. I'd try to give her like 100 BD, right? 100, here, take 100 BD. It'll cover a month or so of food. And, she didn't want it. So I went out of my way and, I had given her a few gifts, right? That were kind of expensive, like like buying all of the perfumes, or buying the Samsung watch she has. And that was a way that I could kind of give back to her, because she wouldn't take my money, but if I gave it to her in the form of a gift, maybe she would accept it. And it was good. So she would accept my gifts. But Jessa never really asked me for money at all. I would volunteer my money. I would give it to her, and I would tell her, I'm gonna pay for your cabs. You need to do this, because the cabs in Bahrain were kind of expensive. I mean, at one point we paid I think it was 80 BD a month, 80 times 3, right? So just round it up to times 3. So that was maybe $240 a month, give or take, maybe. So that wasn't so bad, but she was taking a cab every single day. But I didn't want Jessa to pay $240 a month for her coming to see me. I want her to come and see me. I get that she wants to come, but like I was kind of explaining to her, like, you need to let me help you, pay for this stuff. You don't have to be so independent where you're just gonna fight me the whole way. Let me help you. And she did. She did let me help me after some extensive convincing. She did take my money finally. And I used to slip money into her purse, whether she knew it or not. I used to do that anyways. But Jessa would always be really, really helpful around the house. She'd always bring vegetables, always bringing fruits, always bringing chicken, making adobo, pancit. We were on a roll making, what's it called? The little, and you'd fry them. Lumpia. We were on a roll making lumpia. She would bring that stuff over. And, I would pay her back because I would order talabat for us. So every meal I ordered, we probably ordered 2 meals a day, maybe when she was staying with me. Maybe, because we would get the occasional ice cream at the end of the night, which we shouldn't have done. But we did because we worked out. So, we can do that things when you work out. But the money living together was very much, she paid her own way. And that was the same way when we were in Japan as well. I really didn't have to ask her for money, because she would come all the way from Nagasaki to Sasebo, which is probably 2 hours on the train ride. The train rides were a little less expensive, but, they were still expensive, probably $30, 30 US dollars. And I would say, hey, let me pay for your train ride, when you're coming up here. And again, independent Jessa, nope, I got it. I'm coming to see you, I'll pay for it. I'm like, well, at least let me pay for your train ticket home, you know what I mean? Because it has to be a round trip. So she was very independent, very, never wanted to take money from me, didn't really, she would, you could tell that the gifts mean a lot, and she was very sincere because, again, our money is different, our money's different. So when she gets a $300 watch, it's different for me to give that to her, you know what I mean? Because in the Philippines, it's probably very expensive to buy, something like that. But I was able to afford that stuff for her because Bahrain, we got paid a little bit more money, and I loved spending a little more money on her. What do you want? I can give you anything you want. You want perfume? Got it. You want a new watch? You got it. So, but Jessa's very independent, and she works for her own money, and she still helped me out even with her own money, and I helped her out when she needed it, if she ever did. And I've never had a bad experience with anyone trying to rip me off with money except for my ex-wife. So that kind of scared me, but Jessa has shown over and over and over again that she could care less about my money, and that she just loves me for me, which is good, because even like I told her, I was like, look, even if you did love me for my money, I'm not a rich dude, so eventually you're gonna run out of money. I see there's that trend on TikTok where the wife goes up to the guy and it's like beep, 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 and then the guy siphons out money. Yeah. If anything, I want Jessa to be my sugar mama. I ain't no sugar daddy. I'm not rich, but Jessa's very talented. When she gets to the United States, she's gonna make a lot of money here, because I keep telling her she's very good at being a social media manager. She's very good at organizing things, analyzing things, marketing. She's very good and talented at marketing and graphic design. Like I was telling her, I was like, all what you're doing right now, you're gonna make good money in the United States, especially if you're good at graphic design and marketing. You can make something marketable for your whoever you're working for. That's some talent right there. Even she was showing me some stuff that she's working on now for work, and where they had it very bland and boring, she took it and made it exciting and interesting to look at, right? Because marketing's all about, look at my product. Why should I look at your product over their product, right? So she's good at making it, coming to your product. She can do it just like that, and it looks amazing. She's very talented and smart at what she does. But and then of course, with money. So all of that being on the money talk, I would teach her about, the different types of scams and the crypto, and why do scammers use crypto, and what's the point behind it, and do I invest in crypto? Yeah, I do. And I told her, you know, I can help you out and I can teach you all this stuff on investing in crypto. You have to be very careful when you do investments and stuff like this. But I have no problem teaching her all that stuff because I had to learn it myself, and it's easier to kind of learn from someone who knows a little bit. I'm not a master at it, right? I know just enough to get me to where I need to go. So I just think I think, you know, it's important to let people know that it's, you know, in a relationship, you are a couple, right? It takes two to tango. Just like it takes two to live, two to make a baby, and you should have two to raise your child, right? I mean, I'm not down on anyone who doesn't, because there's things that happen. I get relationships fall apart, but in a perfect world, right, you'd have a mother and a father to raise your child, right? And that my whole analogy here was, you know, it takes two, right? So, you know, I think two people should contribute to the household. Two people should contribute to to income. And I know people on the channel has asked before, you should take care of Jessa. Yes, I agree with that, but Jessa also should contribute to take care of our family, right? This isn't 1950s where the man works and that's it, and the wife stays home. Listen, it's 2022. That is not how things go down now, all right? Inflation, I shouldn't say that word, is so high that you need two incomes. The grocery store, I can't walk out of the grocery store without spending $200 on a few products. That's how you know it's getting bad. I don't want YouTube to censor me or something on the algorithms, but you know, you gotta be, it takes two to run a household. It takes two to raise a child. It takes two to make a child, right? It takes two to tango. So I think Jessa will do very well when she gets here with me. But my whole point of the video was, yeah, Jessa and me both contribute. We both contributed, and Jessa was never out for my money, and I was never out for Jessa's money. I make my own living, and she makes her own living, right? But we are much more successful together as a team, just like a relationship should be. We should be a team. We should be working together for a common goal. And that common goal was to be happy with each other and support the family, right? Full circle. So that's just my tidbit on, was Jessa a gold digger? She's not. She's very independent, and she's a wonderful girl, and I love her very much. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Please leave your comments below, like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.